It's no longer news that there's an increase in cost of living in the United Kingdom, and this affects international students, not just international students, immigrants, and also citizens of the Great Britain. Everyone is affected by this increase in cost of living. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you how to live on budget while studying in the United Kingdom. Honestly, if you're unable to manage your finances, it will definitely spread across your entire life while living in the UK. It's also definitely going to affect your studies. Obviously, it's definitely going to affect your studies. So if you think this interests you, don't go anywhere. Keep watching till the end. Hello guys, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Daniel. I currently reside in the UK and I share videos around traveling abroad. So you're in the right place. Please click on the red subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. And for my returning subscribers and viewers, thank you guys for the love. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right in. Before I get right into the video, if you're currently in the UK or you just moved into the UK and you're looking for a way to purchase things online with a flexible payment plan, then you need to download an app known as Klarna. With Klarna, you can purchase products from different platforms such as Amazon, Nike, ASOS, Booman, and every other shopping platforms in the UK on Klarna app, and you get to spread your payments in a duration of about 3 months. So if you're buying a product of £1,000, you can spread the duration of payments to 3 months. So you pay on 3 instrumental payments for that product. And the good thing about the Klarna app is you get to spread your payments across 3 months at a 0% interest rate. So it's an amazing opportunity. So you don't need to have all the funds to buy a product. You can only spread your payments across 3-month instrumental payment. So if you want to download the mobile app, go to the description of this video and click on the link in the description to download the mobile app. It's my referral link, so I'll get a bonus. You also get a bonus after you complete your registration. And trust me guys, this is something you actually want to leverage. According to the Office of the National Statistics here in the UK, 93% of adults in the UK reported an increase in the cost of living, and this cut across both low income earners and high income earners. And to be honest with you guys, the way things has been going in the UK, the price of things actually going very high, and it's ridiculously high. Now, based on study, prices of goods and services has risen by 9.9% in the UK since last August 2022. So since August, there has been like an increase in prices of practically everything, started from foodstuffs to paying for services, for every single thing being bought in the UK. There's been like an increase in the price of everything. So the UK price rises slowly in August 2022 compared to July, but they are still the highest rate in more than 40 years. So the UK experienced the highest inflation rate in 2022, August 2022, and this has affected the price of so many things. And I felt there's a need for me to actually have a chit chat with people coming to the UK. I went to speak with a certain number of people, both online and physically, people who just came into the UK a couple of months ago, and to hear how the experience has been so far. And honestly, it's really been difficult, to be honest with you guys. And change of status can actually be very challenging, because when I first came to the UK, January 2021, someone told me that UK is a leveler. I never really understood what the person meant until a couple of weeks in the United Kingdom. To be honest with you guys, leaving your comforts can be very challenging. So many of immigrants coming to the UK from Nigeria, from Ghana, or so many parts of the country, we are actually living comfortably in their home country, because it costs a lot to come into the UK. So if you're able to afford to come into the UK, it means you're living very well back in your home country. While I was in Nigeria, I was working as a banker. I hardly spend 20% of my monthly salary as a single guy living in the city of Lagos in Nigeria. So I was living very well. I could afford whatever I want. Obviously, I couldn't afford a Lamborghini anyway, but I could afford the basic things I needed to survive, to live a good life back home as a single guy. So I was living very well, and I started to come into the UK, and it was quite a lot of struggles. I remember, I think I've shared it on this channel in one of my old videos. While I was working in a factory when I first came into the UK, because you got to pay bills. To make you move into the UK, bills start raging, so you've got to find a way to make money even while you're still trying to find your balance and get used to the whole environment and all. So Now, when I started working in the factory, I met people who were bank managers back in Nigeria. I met a surgeon from Ghana. I met a marine engineer from, I think, from Cote d'Ivoire, and they all came into the UK to make money. I remember asking the surgeon, why would you want to do this kind of job? Obviously, he hasn't passed the exam he needed to practice medicine in the UK. So while he's preparing for those exams, bills is waiting. He's got his wife, he's got his children here in the UK, and he has to pay bills. So it's very important for international students coming to the UK to ensure you have a plan and make sure the plan you've got is feasible and realistic. I've got a friend that when she first came into the UK, she was making quite a lot of money back in Nigeria, and for her to be able to afford to pay a complete tuition fee before moving into the UK, it means she had loads of cash with her. She had a business back in Nigeria that was making quite a reasonable amount of turnover monthly, and when she came to the UK, she decided not to work. Honestly, like, she was living very well. She got a one-bedroom apartment in I think in Wolverhampton. She was living very well, and she was making money in Nigeria in naira, and she was spending on her bills here in the UK in pounds, and it was really very difficult for her after 3 months because she was paying loads of amounts of money in naira to meet up with her financial demands in the UK. So it's very important for you to ensure you have a plan when you're coming to the UK. Ensure your plan is realistic. I met a couple some days back at the city center, and it broke my heart when I saw that they've got a 2 years old child. They came into the UK without any plan for accommodation, and they were living in an Airbnb. They've practically spent every single pound they brought into the UK on Airbnb. They haven't gotten a job yet, and the child was being placed in such a terrible situation. As I tell people, if you're coming to the UK, have a plan. The cost of living in the UK is increasing at the moment, and you can't afford to come into the UK and put your family in unnecessary pressure. So if you're coming to the UK, please have a plan. Ensure you sort out your accommodation. It's really difficult, especially at this period of time in the UK. September, it's quite difficult to get accommodation because obviously we've got loads of people coming to the UK, a lot of demands for accommodation, and so many of these landlords in the UK now, they're making it more difficult for international students because they probably get like 60 or 50 people applying for their properties, and they have to start going for the highest bidder and all of those stuff. So it's really challenging. So it's better you make sure you have a plan before coming, and if you can't afford to bring your entire family in, just come in alone first, get settled, get a good apartment, and let your family come in later. There's no rush. Honestly, there's really no rush. But if you know you have enough funds to sponsor your family, then it's fine. You can bring them into the UK with you because you've got enough money to be able to sort your bills for the first couple of months. So if you're currently in the UK, you're an international student, and you've been experiencing one of the few things I've mentioned in this video, please sit in the comment section. Let's have a chat in the comment section on how your experience have been. Honestly, you'll actually be sharing an experience that would give someone hope and courage, because it can really be very frustrating, to be honest with you guys. I went through that stage at the point where my school was on my neck to pay my tuition fee, and I had other bills to pay, I had this to pay, that to pay. It can be very exhausting. So please share your experience in the comment section. So another thing, if you're coming to the UK as an international student, in managing your bills, try as much as possible. If it's possible, if you've got family, try and come in with your family. Yeah, obviously the cost of living for family is also on the rise at the moment. To be honest with you guys, if you're coming with a family, make sure you have a good plan, because you'll practically be spending every single dime you earn on family expenses. Now, the cost of living in the UK is more expensive than 68 countries in Western Europe. The cost of living in the United Kingdom is more expensive than 77% of countries in the world. That is the reality now, honestly, and that's what we're living in at the moment. But the truth is, if we are to make the same decision we made many years ago to come into the UK, depending on how many years we've been here, so many of us will still decide to come to the UK, because UK is quite a good place to live, to be honest with you guys. At least for the past 2 years, I've had good experience living here in the United Kingdom, although you've got to work to eat. So if you, like in Nigeria, you can try to take 6 month break off work and still manage the money you have to live life. In the UK, my brother and sister, you're practically paying bills every single week, every single month, and it can really be exhausting sometimes. So guys, please just in the comment section how you've been able to manage, state the city you live in, how you've been able to manage your funds in the past few months or past few years or past few decades, regardless of how many years, depending on how many years you've been in the UK. State the city you live in, how you be able to manage your funds. You might actually be helping someone to make the right decision by reading your comments in the comment section. Please do that. If you find this video resourceful, please click on the like button. If you have any question, any you've got any concern, you just moved into the UK, you're having challenges in one way or the other, or you've just moved to a new city, you're finding your difficult to find your way around it, please state in the comment section. Someone living close to where you are might actually read your comments and contact you privately and be of help in any way they can. And the people that came into this country and they were helped by people that they never knew. Because I know someone who came to this country and he lived in two people's apartment for about a month and he never knew them from Adams. He met them in the United Kingdom. So you might not know who is reading your comments in the comment section. Please state your comments in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, click on the red subscribe button. It's very important. Click on the red subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for the love, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys.